Let's talk Real Madrid, Real Oviedo. What you think of the game overall?
I thought they played, from what I saw, I thought they played very well. There are some instances, obviously, where they did lose the ball, but overall, I feel like, I was big time last year. We didn't have the defense, we had our injuries, but then this year, you can see, obviously, the first game and the second game, that I feel like our defense is more compact and it's more like solid. Yes, obviously, we have two clean sheets over two games. You know what I mean? So I like the way they're
Correct.
playing still.
Yeah, but those clean sheets do come against lower opponents. I don't want to. I don't want to disrespect Osasuna and Real Oviedo, especially Real Oviedo, just coming from the second division. If you see this team, you see that they have an idea of what style of football they want to play, how they want to play. But I still feel that they're not creative, and they are going to suffer not with elite teams, but with your middle of the table teams that are actually going to attack. Because once Real Oviedo was attacking, you saw weaknesses in Real Madrid's defense.
Yeah, just I just feel like sometimes, I mean, at least defense wise, yeah, they sometimes let that breakaway go through. I don't know what that guy's name was from Oviedo. He came straight down the middle. Obviously, our defenders didn't see him. He obviously missed the shot,
Mhm.
but sometimes I do see holes here and there. But I feel like it's better than last year because last year we were just all over the place.
Yeah,
And
especially because of the injuries, like you were mentioning earlier.
I agree with you. It's Oviedo. It's Osasuna. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, just like, my dad has always, because I feel like he's more of a Madrid fan. Every team is going to want to be Madrid because it's Madrid. And at the end of the year, they're going to be like, well, we beat Madrid at least, which a lot of teams say it every year. I feel like that's their trophy for the year. You know what I mean? And a lot
You're
of
talking
these,
about Atletico Madrid, huh? Don't let them. Don't hear
I'm
you.
just, yeah, you know what? I'm not even worried about Atletico. Like, I've been looking at those score sheets and I'm just like, I don't
Yeah,
know. They spent quite a bit of money, and it's just last
that's
year,
true.
not this year.
Yeah. No, last year and then this year too. I think they spent more than maybe not Madrid, obviously Barcelona, but they spent quite a bit. They spent quite a bit. Maybe I think Madrid might have spent a little bit more, but Atletico Madrid did bring in more players. What you think of overall of Mastantuono, Franco Mastantuono?
I like his high intensity. He looks for the ball. He does everything. You know, I obviously, I hear my brother say he's a Barcelona fan. Kind of people comparing him to Yamal because he's younger and so on and so
Hmm.
forth. But he's still got to see his place. I like that Xavi gave him a shot. Ancelotti really didn't give a shot to a lot of the younger guys like Guler. But I liked his intensity. I liked everything what he did with him. Sure, he missed a goal, but he'll get his chances. For some reason, they obviously signed him, and
Right.
I really, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to say like, oh, I seen him in the Argentinian league. Here and there I would see highlights, but I just really didn't know the guy. Sure, I know he's just turned 18, but it's just I saw a little bit of him, and I'm like, all right, all right. Like I didn't know Eduardo Camavinga till they got him in that winter transfer market. And I'm just like, oh, this guy's pretty good. And I'm a Camavinga fan, but obviously he's hurt. And
Right.
I still think like I think I'm trying go back to one of your questions. I really do feel like they still need a midfielder that can create. I think Jude can create, but I don't think he can create as much as, okay, I'm gonna say it, Pedri. But regardless,
You're gonna get so much hate, brother. But facts are facts. I do agree with you. If I was Real Madrid, I'd buy a midfielder. Even though Mastantono does bring some creativity, but he likes to. He doesn't play more in the center. He plays more in the wings. He'll
yeah,
come in, and he likes to do that. And I think that's gonna be something when Jude comes back. Arda's not gonna have a position. He's gonna go back to the bench because off one game, you can't say, okay, Masatono's way better than Arda, but I think he brings more to the team than what Arda does. But
yeah,
overall, you still need a midfielder that's going to control that game,
yeah,
especially when you're playing against low block teams. You need somebody that's going to move it around, and then when you start playing more elite teams, somebody that's going to speed up the game or slow it down, make that correct decision that's going to help overall the Madrid side because physicality is there. You have Valverde, you have players like Jude, but physically are very strong. They can run, the 100 and plus minutes if it goes like that. You also have Tochmeni that it seems like he's back to what we saw in his first year, or even with Monaco. Now that Xavi Alonso has taken over and has kind of given him that precision.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you. Like, obviously, a lot of people wanted him last year to be gone, but he was playing
Mm.
out of position, and we had no
Mhm.
other option because Carvajal was gone, Militao was hurt, a lot of our guys were hurt, and it was just a very rough season last year. But
What do you think
uh,
of Trent getting benched?
I, I wasn't. I'm not a Trent fan, so
Mhm.
when they were linked to him, I'm like, I have a couple of buddies at work that are Liverpool fans, but I'm just like, they're all like, "Oh, you're welcome for Trent." I don't want Trent. Like, I feel like he gets burnt. It's like he gets burnt.
Yeah,
Vinny is he's like he's evidence that he's burnt Trent too, and it's just like I don't know. Like I feel like it was better that they kind of because I do love Carvajal. I understand he's older and so on and so forth, but I feel like he defends better. I understand Trent is more of a creator. He'll create from that right side. He does those awesome crosses.
mhm,
He's a good free kicker. He's good everything, but it's just his defending is just scary.
defense.
And I'm just like, I don't know. Like I get more scared in all honesty, even though Carvajal is just coming up an injury and he's hurt or he was hurt, I feel more comfortable with him there instead of Trent. I really do.
I totally agree with you. I think that's a take that a lot of Madrid fans, especially the newer age, the people that mostly watch highlights, they don't watch the full games, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Trent needs to play. Trent needs to play." No, Carvajal is who you need. Carvajal is that leader. Carvajal is that experienced man that, yeah, he's not 100% back, but he gives you that defense. And when he's back, he's going to give you that offense again. Yes, he's getting older.
He's that gritty defender. And I
Mhm.
mean, at least when I played, I was that gritty defender and I like those kind of defenders because they're not going to take anything for anybody. And Trent, even in the Club World Cup, he just, I don't know, just
He
sometimes the
looked bad.
mistakes he do, it was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
It
he
was
looked bad.
really
Yeah, I think that getting Carvajal back is gonna help Madrid's defense big time. Also, the young squad that Madrid has, because they are one of the youngest squads in Spain, if not the youngest squad in Spain. And with Carvajal, you get that leadership that all these players in the field need. Because if Carvajal speaks, you listen. He's been through it all. He's won it all. He brings that level of experience, but he also walks the walk. He plays the game like it's his last game.
he brings the experience. I feel like they needed that last year. There wasn't that one guy like, hey, no, we got to do this way, like a Cristiano Ronaldo type. A lot of people
Mhm.
hate him for his attitude, for his like cockiness, but he was that backbone. He's all like,
Yeah.
no, we're okay. We just need like even versus Juventus when Juventus came back on them, he was like, all we need is one goal. That's it. That's all we need. And he pushes them, and that's the leader. And I feel like he's the leader of the squad right now. Sure, a lot of people may say Mbappe, but Mbappe, he's the scorer right now. And I honestly feel like Mbappe is going to score 60 plus this year.
He looks good. Mbappe is the franchise player, but the leader of this team is Carvajal.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
Xavi Alonso benching Vinicius Jr. Do you think it's something to applaud, or do you think that's something that had to be done?
Okay, Ancelotti, yeah, he did. He's won everything with Madrid, everything and so on. But I feel like he was more scared of benching Vinny because I think he was going to get backlash from like Florentino and the board and everything. But I like that Xavi did this. I'm a big Vinicius fan, but his level just after he didn't win the Ballon d'Or, which in my opinion he should have won it, but it just got to his head mentally, and he just wasn't the same. And especially when you brought Mbappe in, I feel like it took Mbappe a while, but towards the middle of the season, towards the end, Mbappe showed that that's his team now, and it kind of messed with
Mhm.
his mentality. And I really like that he benched him. I feel like Vinny needs to earn his spot back. He needs to get back mentally, and it's just to me at least. A lot of people are gonna hate this, but they're not gonna sell Mbappe, but I feel like they need to sell Vinny because Vinny and Mbappe don't work. They just
But
don't. He needs
that's
to get that. He needs to get out of his head and be like, okay, this is like when Benz was here. I can assist and I can score at the same time, and that's what
mhm.
the kind of level he was at before. But I feel like he wants to be the alpha. Both of them can be the alpha. Both of them can be CR7. One of
Hmm.
them's got to be Benz or Bill, and then obviously one of them's going to be the scorer, the guy that's going to get all the glory, and you just
Right.
gotta kind of like sit back and. But I did like that he benched him because I feel like they played a lot better with not having two egos on the field.
The more I talk to people, the more that opinion of, hey, maybe we should sell Vinicius Jr. is more of a realistic opinion. It's more of a valid opinion than before. Like, oh, you're gonna sell Vinicius? No way. Now it's like, okay, if it's a good offer, we're open to it.